Good morning, everyone. My name is Timothy Lee Grant. Today is May 19th, 2024, and something that I've started to realize now that I'm getting into the workforce that previously I paid almost zero attention to and I didn't know the importance of at all, but now I'm starting to kind of see, oh, no, hold on, this actually is fairly important, is a lot of those soft skills. Now, in engineering especially, I feel like soft skills are devalued. There's a thought process that these skills are not too important. The thing that's really important is your actual skills, your hard skills, how quickly you're able to solve a problem, how complex the problems you're able to solve are, and the quality of the solution which you bring. This is all that matters, and everything else is just background noise. And in fact, if the only reason that you might even be wanting to work on your soft skills is because you're feeling inadequate on your actual skills, that you're trying to obfuscate that, oh, okay, well, maybe your soft skill or your hard skills are bad, but you're trying to maybe do some trickery or something like this, and that's why you are working on your soft skills. And I was thinking, hmm, no, I don't think that this is correct at all. And what started to get this idea flowing in my head is I implemented a solution at work. I fixed something, okay? But when I started to try to communicate what I did, I made it sound even worse than if I had done nothing. So even though I fixed something, I did something, here's the hard skill, right? Because I wasn't able to communicate it, people might have viewed me as even more incompetent. And so I was thinking, okay, well, let's analyze it. What caused this? What in my communication caused them to feel this way? And I think that there are two main things which I was doing. The first one is I would do so many tangents. I would go this way, then that way, and I wouldn't get to the point. The second one is I would put so many caveats while getting to the point. So I started thinking, okay, well, let me change the way that I try to communicate. And now the way that I am going to go forward is, first off, before I actually talk, I want to think about, all right, I'm about to speak. What point do I actually want to accomplish? What do I want my listener to actually come away with? All right. Now I know the direction of where I'm headed. I'm here, I haven't said anything, and I'm trying to head here. Okay, now get to the point as quickly as possible. Get to the point, don't go on tangents, don't say blah 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 blah, and get the listener confused about where we are in the conversation. And then the second point is, okay, well, you're gonna have to put caveats. You're gonna have to kind of put that information that is necessary, but not to the direct point. All right, well, how should I deal with this? I was thinking, all right, well, I think the best solution is start, go directly to the point, get the point accomplished. Say what it is, make it where it's clear that they understand what's going on. And then once you're at the destination, then you can kind of put those caveats. So there are some things that we should be considering and then ba 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 ba, right? I get to the point and then so there are some things that we do need to be aware of. Da 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 da. Like that. I think that that's a much more clear way. And this is not or thinking about the importance of this. In school, you don't really need to do this at all. There's the you just turn in your assignment. Is it correct? Is it not? That you don't need to actually communicate it. But in the work environment, communication is absolutely important. Not only just looking like competent, right? Obviously, I want to look competent, but it's not only just looking competent, it's a real benefit to the company if I am able to communicate something because there's not going to be any there's not going to be a situation in which we're going in the wrong direction. If I'm able to articulate my ideas clearly, the company, the team that I'm on is going to be able to arrive at our end destination, not the conversation, but the end destination, the end of the project, quicker. And we are going to be able to come up with new ideas and evaluate those ideas quicker and in a more clear and concise manner. So, communication, sure, it's not programming or it's not your signal analysis or something like this, but it is a very important skill that I feel like I have dramatically underestimated. And now that I'm in the work environment, I'm trying to just constantly analyze myself and say, okay, well, what should I be improving myself on? What should I be looking towards? And this is something that I've noticed, okay, well, I have a deficiency in this skill set. I need to be moving forward. I need to be improving myself. And now I'm thinking, okay, well, let me try out this new method. And so far, it's actually been very productive. We have daily meetings where we discuss what we did yesterday and then what we're going to accomplish today. And during those daily meetings, I've been using that method of trying to go from point A to point B directly, not with tangents, not putting the caveats halfway in, but go A to B and then say any necessary information that I missed or the caveats at the very end. And this method has actually been very successful. I feel like I have been able to communicate much more efficiently and effectively. And I feel like, number one, I'm able to actually articulate the ideas and is able to let let the team have a better understanding of where I am and where the project is. And number two, it reflects better on me that I'm able to, that they look at me and say, okay, well, he's accomplishing this and this and this. And so they have a more positive image of me. Okay, so that's communication. The other one that just I never even thought about this one, but it's so true, is a positive attitude. Now, again, in school, this doesn't matter at all. If you're um, if you're happy, if you're sad, if you're angry, if you're whatever, blah blah blah, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the homework that you turn in, right? Did your project work or did it not? But then work in the job, it's completely different. Your attitude, if you're a happy person, if you like and love life, if you're happy to be at the company, this is extremely important. And the the idea, at least I feel like engineering, the especially in school, this is viewed as more of a drawback. Like, oh, well, this person isn't so good, so therefore he's doing uh, these underhanded methods or something like this. Well, let's think about, let's consider it, right? Is this actually important? Does it contribute to the success of the company? Because in school, you are an individual. You are turning in your homework, your project, your everything. But fundamentally, it is different at a company. You're not an individual, you are part of a team, which is part of a bigger team. So, why would having a positive attitude actually matter? And the reason is very simple. If I come to work and I'm always upset, I'm bringing negative energy to the work environment, even if I'm able to personally get a lot of my projects done. I mean, I have high technical skills. I'm going to be bringing down everyone else. Everyone else at the company is going to be, I'm going to have an interaction with them, and my tongue is going to spew negative energy. And all of a sudden, they're going to start being less productive. They're just going to feel like, kind of like this. So, there is a very real reason why you should be more positive at work. And that's something that I'm trying to really uh, make sure that I project into my life as well, is always consider like my mindset and the way that I'm thinking, the way that I'm viewing the world. How am I taking on a more negative worldview, or am I taking on a more positive worldview? Because in addition to just bringing everyone else down, you bring yourself down. If you're constantly in a negative mood, well, things are going to turn out pretty negative for you. But if you instead have that more positive mindset, that you view the world as a more positive place, and you're having goals, you're trying to accomplish your goals, you're moving forward, you have this kind of mindset. Well, all of a sudden, I think that the reality is going to match that. Not in some weird, like, mystic way, but just you have a clear idea of where you're going and what you want to do, and you believe that you can do it. And so therefore you're going to make changes in your life to actually accomplish that. So trying to make sure that I talk to all of my coworkers in a positive way and build people up and actually promote like company culture, right? Never thought about this before. Like, oh, okay, company culture. At least in my mind, I was thinking company culture is just a buzzword that CEOs use to woo investors and just put it on their reports, and it doesn't really matter. Like they're just making things up, kind of like that, to look good. It's just a facade, essentially. Now I'm realizing, no, no, no. Company culture is extremely important. It is something that I am being hired to contribute to, right? I am not just this lone individual. I am being hired, and part of my job, yes, is to build this project. Sure, yes. But it's also my job is to facilitate and to build the company culture, to build a positive environment, to build an environment in which other people are able to succeed as well, that the team is able to succeed. All of these things, it's that's what I'm also being hired for. And I can't just look at this narrow, okay, well, I'm doing my project, therefore I'm good. I don't think, no, I need to be able to try to build the team and build the project. And in addition, right, like I'm talking about this just in terms of kind of work, but it also applies to my life, I think. I want people to succeed. I want people to do good, right? I want to build people up. I want to be the kind of person that people feel charged, recharged by talking to me. I don't want to be the person that they come to me and they have something and I just bring them down even more, right? Maybe they're having a bad day and I just bring them down even more and I say, "Yeah, that sucks. This sucks. Everything sucks." Kind of like that. I obviously I think most people know that, those kinds of people. And I don't want to be that. I don't want to bring negative energy into people. I want to be able to inspire them and make them happy and move them in the right direction. That's the kind of like person that I want to be, not just in a professional sense, but just a personal sense. That's what I want to be. So now this is something so cool. Now that I've graduated from school, I'm no longer in that kind of mindset where I just I felt like I had no time to reflect on myself. I had no time to reflect on my ideas or anything. I was just I have this homework assignment. Need to do it. Need to okay. Did that assignment. Now let me do my next assignment. Blah, 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 blah. Right. I have to get good grades or else I'm never going to be able to get a job. I can't. do any activities. I can't do anything like this. Now I have a little bit more time to reflect on myself and ask myself, okay, well, what kind of person do I actually want to be? What kind of life do I want to live? And so I'm trying to think of all of these things. And now, once I have an idea of, okay, well, I want to be a more positive, I want to be a positive person in people's lives. Now the difficulty comes of, okay, well, how? It's one thing to just say it, but the other part is like, how? How do you actually go about accomplishing this and moving in the direction that you say that you want to? And I was able to come up with a good plan for the communication, be more clear, be more concise. And I've been practicing it and it has been working pretty good. The positive part is every time I meet a person and every time I interact with a person, I try to evaluate it before and after. I say, okay, well, I had a conversation with this person. Was it a positive conversation? Did I uplift the person? Did I promote positive environment, right? And if the answer is no, I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm not going to say you did a terrible job. You kind of like this. No, I'm going to take a high level overview and say, okay, well, I didn't do a very good job in this last conversation. What points did I not do a good job? How could I have improved? And then just iterate over and over and over. There's no point in beating myself up saying like, "Oh, you did a bad job," because how are you going to improve, right? You're not going to be able to improve. You improve by analyzing the situation unemotionally, just analyzing it, and then saying, "Okay, well, what are the specific points in which I feel like I did a poor job? What are the points that I feel like I did a good job?" Because every situation there's not going to be 100% one way, 100% the other way. So what are the points that I feel like I needed to improve? And then if I had the opportunity to go back 30 minutes and have that same interaction, how would I have changed? And I feel like through iteration, I should be able to continue to improve myself on this point. Um, Obviously, I don't know if I'll ever get, well, if I'll ever get to perfect. That's almost an oxymoron right there. But obviously, everyone has those bad days. Everyone is like down on things, right? When I'm saying this, I'm not trying to say like, oh, people should never have a bad day or something like that. But I'm saying this is kind of like my ideal. This is something that I'm striving to. Will I ever achieve it? Obviously, no one is perfect, right? But it's something that I should be looking towards and I should be improving and I should be moving myself towards this ideal. Even if I don't accomplish it, even if it can't be accomplished. That's why it's called an ideal. All right, well, so that is the things which I am trying to improve on right now. Those soft skills, more of just obviously I'm trying to work on my hard skills, right? I'm not going to be giving up that. That's extremely important and that's something that I'm trying to build and I'm also right now I'm thinking like, okay, there's so many different skills within engineering. Here's engineering, here's electrical, computer engineering and computer science, right? There's so many skills. I don't know which skills I'm trying to that I want to learn. So I am analyzing myself in the exact same way that I was talking about with the soft skills. I'm analyzing myself in terms of the hard skills as well. But now I'm thinking, okay, these or these soft skills are much more important than how we were thinking about it in school. And one more thing is in school, it's almost the exact opposite in terms of trying to build the team. You don't want, if your classmates succeed and you fail, all of a sudden you're in the lowest rung, you're the failure, right? It's almost relative to everyone else. So if everyone else goes up and you are stay the same, this is a bad thing. You don't want other people to succeed in school, right? Because you're graded on a curve or based off of the percentages. The top 10% get an A, the top 20% or the next 20% get a B, the lower get the C, the bottom 50% get an F, right? So you're graded on percentage. So it's a very different mindset now, and I really definitely like this mindset where you're able to actually encourage people to succeed and move forward. So yeah, that's what I am trying to accomplish. I will continue to be making videos documenting my experience through uh, college and then my internship, and then now that I am just starting my career as a software developer, I will be continuing to make videos and just documenting my process as I become a better and better software engineer and move through life. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you later.